So here goes question number 1. My first business that I started was Turo. Y'all have to tap in, but here's one. They literally provide me a contract. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're just gonna go over a couple questions. A couple days ago I made a post on my story on Instagram and I asked you guys to ask me some questions that I was gonna go ahead and answer here on YouTube to give you more of an in-depth answer. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna go over like maybe 2 to 3 questions that were asked. And hopefully the people that ask see this video so they can get their answer. So stay tuned and let's do a little Q&A. Here goes question number 1. I don't know if you guys can read that. It's from the Goat Killer 718. So his question is, I'm thinking of listing my car on Turo and getting my feet wet. What are pros and cons? So he wants to know what are some pros and cons of Turo. So let's get into it. Some of y'all know me, some of y'all don't. My first business that I started was Turo. It allowed me to leave my 9-to-5. It allowed me to start multiple other businesses. So I was able to generate 100K in revenue and 10K months just off of Turo alone, or car rentals alone. So this is one of my favorite topics to talk about. So let's talk about it. Pros and cons of Turo. So the Goat Killer said that he had a car already, thinking of listing my car. So some of you guys watching this already have a car that is either that you guys rarely ever use, or is just sitting in the garage, or you might use it as your personal vehicle. First, I want to say it's time to change your mindset around about vehicles, because they can really be assets. I know a lot of people consider them liabilities, but they can actually be assets. Anyone has a vehicle that they are able to put on Turo, I definitely highly recommend that you do. Once you put it on Turo, it's basically turning into an asset. The reason being is because now that you have it on Turo, it's going to generate you income. And the thing that I love about Turo is that they provide you the clients, right? So all you literally need is a car, and the Goat Killer said that he had a car already. So all you literally have to do is download the app, upload the car on Turo, and you're gonna start making income, start getting clients. Now, there's much more that you need to know, like make sure you get a tracker, a kill switch, you need to know about insurance, you need to know about the check-in and check-out process. So there's things in there that you need to know so that you can do this successfully, right? Because if you don't do it the right way, and your car gets damaged or into an accident, that can be the downfall of your business. One accident, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So if you do plan on listing your car on Turo, you definitely need to seek out a course or a mentorship or something to know how to properly do this. Because if you just list your car on Turo and you think everything is peaches and cream, the moment that your car gets into an accident or it gets damages and you don't know what to do, it's gonna come out of your pocket and it can potentially be the end of your business. Overall, I would say that some of the pros of Turo is you can turn your car into an asset. You can literally produce income for yourself. You can grow it into an entire business that will allow you to leave your 9-to-5. Not only that, when you're on Turo, you have the help and support of Turo. So if your customer needs roadside assistance, Turo is right there 24/7 to provide them roadside assistance. When you need to file a claim for insurance purposes to, get paid out for damages or an accident, Turo helps you do that. A couple cons of Turo or car rentals in general is obviously people can damage them, people can destroy them. Some people will take care of your vehicle and some people literally would not care and trash your vehicle. Another con of Turo or car rentals in general, I feel like it's very time consuming. It's not one of those businesses that is you can completely make passive, especially in the beginning when you don't have any team members or employees or anything like that. It's gonna consist of a lot of your time, especially if you decide to grow your fleet to multiple vehicles. Take all those things into consideration, but for someone like the Goat Killer 718, who already has a vehicle, who's already thinking about getting a vehicle, I mean, you already have the vehicle, you might as well put it on Turo. But like I said, please take the time to actually learn the proper way to operate your vehicle on Turo and stuff like that, because it can and will backfire on you if you don't take that time to learn. Been times where the police have knocked on my door because my rental vehicle was involved in a burglary or some sort of crime, because you know that's what people do, is they commit crimes in rental vehicles. So it is a very high likelihood, especially if you're in this game for a long time or a while, that could and will happen to you. Another thing that I constantly had to deal with is having to repossess your own vehicle. So what do you mean you have to repossess your own vehicle? So there's times where, like, I don't know, it seems like the person is like going out of boundaries, or where they're not supposed to drive out to, or they haven't paid, or something suspicious is going on and you have to go and get your vehicle. Now this is why I say you need a tracker and kill switch, because if you don't have a tracker and kill switch, you can't track your car, you don't know where it's at, and you can't kill it. So it's gonna be very difficult for you to get it back, if ever. But I've had to kill switch my car, track it, and you know, you're supposed to have at least 2 sets of keys for every vehicle that you have. So I would track it, find it, hop in the car, and drive away, for those reasons that I just listed. But those are just some things that can happen in the rental car business, and that's why you know, there's influencers and gurus out there that will say, hey, you know, you can get 20 cars within 30 days, you can get up to 4 to 5 cars, you know, or whatever the case is, right? Yeah, you can do that, but I don't recommend doing that until you at least try 1, maybe 2 vehicles to see if there's something that you want to do long term. Because imagine if you did go and get all of these cars and you've never done this before, and you come to find out that you don't like it, or this is too much, or this is not something you see yourself doing long term, then now you're stuck with all of these vehicles. You know what I mean? So definitely get your feet wet with 1, maybe 2 vehicles at the most. And when you finally decide to, or you know, you've had enough experience and you're like, okay, I feel comfortable enough, I want to scale this, then that's when you go ahead and get as many vehicles as you can. But to do that in the very beginning, don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay, so that was one question. So let's answer another question. So another question that I received is, what's your favorite insurance for private car rentals? Right here, what is your favorite insurance for private car rentals? This is from Sade. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, Sade, but good question. So again, I started car rentals on Turo. Eventually I branched out and just did strictly private rentals. I use, for my private rentals or rental car business, I use commercial business insurance. I personally use a company called GMI Insurance. Unlike personal insurance, if you have personal insurance coverage on a car that you're renting out, if they find out that you're renting out your vehicle, they can drop you from your policy. But me, on the other hand, I have commercial business insurance. So my commercial insurance company, GMI, actually they provide me contracts. Actually, let me show you guys the contracts. They provide me contracts, they provide me paperwork for my rental car business that protects me in like the case of like an accident. Oh, here it is. So here's one, y'all have to tap in, but here's one. They literally provide me a contract. The yellow is for the customer, and this is where I fill it out. It has information as far as the customer's first and last name, their driver's license information, the type of car that they'll be renting out, how many days. It's basically, they have to sign at the bottom stating that by signing below, you agree to all the terms and conditions of this rental agreement. Your signature below authorizes us to process a credit card voucher in your name for all rental charges due. So here's just one, here's the contract that my insurance company provides for my private rental car business. Here's some more paperwork that they provide me. Okay, so right here, that's my insurance company. Over here is another form that I provide to my clients. This one states everything that is needed to rent a vehicle from me. So I also have to follow these guidelines. These are the guidelines that my insurance company also wants me to follow. So here are some of the qualifications to rent a vehicle from me, a private rental car owner. Proof of valid driver's license, proof of valid personal auto insurance. Okay, that's very important. No renters under the age of 21. rental contract may not exceed a 30-day period. Renters are restricted to drive in authorized areas only, as noted on front of the rental agreement. So like I don't allow my customers to go out of state and stuff like that, or like they're only allowed to go within a certain, they're only allowed pretty much to be in Houston. If there are additional drivers, they must qualify for the same criteria as the renter. So this is another form, and then they sign at the bottom. Oh, here's another one. This is the walk around form. Boom. So here's a walk around form as well. It pretty much is for me and the client. It lets us know what day they came to pick up the car, what day it's expected to return. I'm able to write the mileage that it was when it first went out and when it came back. What was the gas, or like the gas is on full. So if it's on full when you picked it up, you need to return it on full. Then it has a car right here. So pretty much if there's any previous damage that the renter didn't cause, I would kind of mark it on this form so that I know and they know that they didn't cause that and they're not responsible for that. But if anything else comes back outside of those markings, then they're responsible for it. So it is kind of your due diligence and also the renter's due diligence to kind of do a walk around of the car beforehand. And then again, they sign at the bottom, my signature and their signature, and that right there is my private insurance company or commercial insurance company. So those are just some of the documents or forms that my insurance company provides for me. So if I run out of these contracts or paperwork, I can simply contact my insurance broker and she'll send me some more. In order to obtain a policy like this, if you're interested in like my commercial insurance company like GMI, there's a couple, I guess, qualifications you need to even get a policy with them in the first place. One of those requirements, you have to have an LLC, you have to have an EIN number, a business bank account. They want you to have trackers on all of your vehicles. Normally, in order to secure the policy, you need a minimum of 3 vehicles. So I wasn't able to obtain a policy with them until I had 3 vehicles on my fleet. They required me to put down a deposit. So I had to put down about an $1,100 deposit just to begin my policy. So those are just a couple things that you need to be aware of if you're seeking commercial business insurance. So that's pretty much it. So I answered those 2 questions. So I hope that my answers are gonna be able to help somebody navigate what they need to do. So make sure you like, follow, and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram at Miss MISS.Turner for more tips and tricks and all of that. Thank you.